So today is the 13th of September 2020. Today is most likely to be the last day here at Quantum Web Cafe. I'd like to thank everybody for the last 20 years here. I hope we can find another premises, but who knows? Coronavirus has not reduced the property pricing. Landlords are just willing to keep on charging high prices and have an empty shop. But let me show you around Quantum Cafe for the last time. So right now we're upstairs by the toilets, men's and ladies. That leads to the gaming room, the gaming suite. Here was this office. Used to have a computer in here. We used to have a desk. No one really used it. Some instructions here. You can see there that that's water coming in. Let's have a look at the toilets. So these are the men's toilets. As you can see, they're quite grotty now. The tap doesn't work anymore. I had it fixed numerous times, but it doesn't work. And since I'm no longer staying here, there's no point in paying any money to fix it. Code for toilets 1086. Battle of Hastings? No, Doomsday Book. So, ladies' toilet. We used to have here, where this sign was, we used to have two pictures. One of Clueless saying shopping was for a recession and that was affecting poor people or something like that. But anyway, someone ripped that off one day, no idea why. So this was a walk-in fridge, never worked. I was told when I bought the place that it was working, just needed a little bit of TLC. We tried to get it to look at, and the compressor had gone, and it was just bullshit again. So this is what we were using it for, was a cupboard, spares. We used to have hard drives in here, must have bent all of them. Toilet paper. We used to keep cups here, small cups, the lids, some tools, stuff like that. All these boxes, they are the computers. I bought loads of computers from Costco. The good thing about Costco was they had 90-day return policy. So figured I might as well buy the computers for 90 days, return them for a full refund, who knows. So now Quantum is closed. Now that Quantum is closed, I can see if I can get them returned. There's a chair here again from Costco. Really nice chairs, good quality. They're only about £100. This is my Alienware desktop. Sitting in the cupboard. It's been sitting in the cupboard for years, and I decided to bring it out, and I made more money using that than I ever made from it. We have computers here. People like to sit here. These are windows. They're wedged open. This is a 5G modem. This is what we're using to get internet into the building. This was one of the good chairs that I inherited. It's quite worn out. There's quite a few stains on there. That's one of the good ones. Some chairs that I also inherited, some IKEA domestic chairs, not bad. Some chairs that I bought from, where was it? From Nisbets. Good chairs. They weren't cheap, but they were good chairs, perfect for outside. Customers like them. We used to have here a chair, table, and Michael used to sit here. Over here, we used to have TV with Xboxes. You can even see there's an Xbox over there. This is what it used to look like, but we used to have 16 computers here. That door leads to toilets. As I said, TV, Xbox was there. This used to have furniture, TV, we used to have a sofa and stuff like that. This is the roof, skylight. Kids broke this first week of December 2019. And it's been broken since. I almost fell through the roof. It was pissing down with rain. We're busy that day. I was working with Helen. George closed. So George called in sick. And I tried to fix the ceiling as best as I could. And almost falling through the roof at the same time. And then you can see here, that's leakage from the skylight. Let's have a look downstairs. So we're now going down the stairs. There's some signage, well not signs, some funny pictures. Stuff like this. How Google used to work in the old days. You simply fill in this form, you write in it, then you post it back, then wait 2 or 3 weeks to get your results. Age of Empires. So this leads out onto Union Street. TV here with messages. Yeah, it was always quite good, but I don't think anybody really looked at this. This is what our food and drink board used to look like, food and drink menu. We used to have another printer just at the end, got rid of it. It was an A3 printer. I got rid of it during the lockdown. We have spirits up there. A fire alarm panel. Jason told me this was meant to be fixed before he handed over to me. Of course it wasn't fixed. Piece of glass, found that yesterday, random. As you can see, this goes back upstairs. If someone from 1950 suddenly appeared today, what would be the most difficult thing to explain them to about today? So, want to print or use the computer? Please see staff first. £5 minimum. It's a minimum of 1 Winston Churchill to use debit, credit or contactless payments. So this white printer, bit of a workhorse. I think it was doing over 5,000 prints to 7,000 prints a month, which is quite a lot. During the lockdown, the colour ink dried up, I know. Then we have here the HP, and you can see there's inkwells here. This is just an old printer now. It needs to be replaced. It's an old battered piece of rubbish. Printer used to go there. This device here allows me to copy hard drives. Some networking equipment here. There's an Apple Air Hub port, whatever it is. Foot heater. So what I like to do is keep my tootsies warm. Then there's some paper, envelopes, plastic wallets. We used to have more stuff here as well. Yeah. This worktop counter was originally a fridge. And Jason and Co, what they decided to do was, instead of ripping it out properly, I decided just to build over it. Typical, everything was all done on the cheap here. This is the iPad, our till system. Here we've got menus here for different things, you know. Yeah, so services. So, nice big wide screen monitor. Thanks. Can't remember what the password is. I think it's 08522. Yep, and that seems to be working. Credit card machine. Um, this is the tea and coffee making station, or was. We used to have a big coffee machine here, espresso. I sold it for peanuts. I've been selling Nescafe. There's some sachets here. PG tips. A box of PG tips is £1. So I sell 1 cup of tea and that's paid for all of it. So that £1 has been me £40. The lattes here, the instant coffee, is about £1.70 for 8 sachets. So 1 coffee has paid for a box of coffee. So 1 cup of coffee has paid for an entire box. Not bad. Some sugar, it's a little bit of a mess. Here's some paperwork. Business plan that I did for here. Receipt. This is my tea kettle. We used to have a grill here. Big, heavy grill. And one side stopped working just before the lockdown. I sold it for about £20 during the lockdown. There's some cold drinks here, some beer. It's quite expensive, at £1.40 for the cans, but for the beer, quite reasonably priced, £2.90 a bottle. Just some signs up here, ketchup in it, kill it. Then this was here, food storage instructions. Okay, so all the food there, the dates, so not dates, how long it all lasts and everything else like that. So the ovens, these were crap. They were reliable, but just old and worn out. Cupboards again, old and worn out. My liability insurance, my license, price sheet. I introduced print from email here, or print from WhatsApp. I put notices up, put the price list up everywhere. Not that anybody really paid attention. Staff only. Ooh. Well, this was just a bit of a dumping room. Yeah, dumping room in here. Staff hang up their coats and stuff like that. Nothing really interesting. Oh yeah, forgot I had some trousers here. There's an umbrella. Umbrella, Ella, Ella. The coffee that we used to sell, Herbal and Ward, not bad. Some of the awards that Jason won before. So this is the downstairs computer section. We used to have 5 computers down here, but now we only have 3. We used to have tables and chairs here for people to sit on, enjoy the food and drink, or to do whatever work they needed. There's a TV here. It does work. LED lighting. It's not working. Some of it doesn't work anymore. As you can see there, on the left doesn't work. We used to have some art on the walls. It was pretty stupid art, nothing amazing. I thought these mirrors would be worth a lot of money, but they're not worth a lot. They look really nice, really high quality. I would have thought they'd be worth about £100, maybe £150 each, but apparently they're only worth £50 each, which is a shame. I would have paid that. But anyway, it is what it is. Somebody wanted to buy them for a £5, and you know what? For a £5, I'd rather just bin them for a £5. Some computers, more computers here. These headphones were kindly supplied by British Airways. Thank you, British Airways. The desktop here, it's a lot cleaner than it used to be. It's Microsoft Office. There's some games on there that I decided to do. We had some kids come by that liked to play the game, so I said I'd put them on again after, after the lockdown. So, and then we changed the start menu. Gloves here, antibacterial. Wipes, some headphones from Jason's era. This thing broke over a year ago. Hand sanitizer, price list, £1 per 15 minutes. What I used to say to customers was, have you been here before? Yes or no? They say no. I'd say, welcome, welcome. They'd be like, oh, thank you, thank you. And then I tell them how it all works. So it's £1 per 15 minutes to use the computer. Minimum charge, you stay less, still £1. Printing comes off here, 25p for black and white, 40p for colour. If you want colour, select the colour printer, otherwise it will come out in black and white. Now, I think most people understood that, but I still had people who were like, oh no, I've changed the colour print, I've changed the black and white to print in colour. I'm like, no, that doesn't work like that. You've got to change it to the colour printer. Oh, how do I do that? Oh, I'm like, dude, man, it's not difficult. You see where it says colour, 40p? That's what you've got to select. Okay, so this was the drinks cupboard. Also a wiring cupboard. Yeah, these are all network cables going into here. That blue and black thing was the original thing I inherited. Not very good. The white thing is what I put in to make the Wi-Fi better. And that, I don't know, metal thing, brown, gunmetal grey switch is what I put in. This is Google Home. That stopped working randomly one day. I don't know, just down to the IP, just down to the network in here. Don't know what it is. It was working fine, perfectly one day, then boom, stopped working. I set it up at home, and works perfectly. So it's just a networking issue. Don't care anymore. So as you can see here, this is what the cafe looks like from the top. Well, on the back of the cafe, it's the stairs. When we go back upstairs to where we started, these stairs are really old. Yeah, these stairs are really, really old. So you can remember this, guys, from the very start. And then this leads us back upstairs to where we started. So that's the tour of Quantum Web Cafe. I have to say that I am very sad to see the place go. I wish that I had taken up the offer, because I'm making more money than I ever did before with the cafe, and I enjoy it. And so many people are dependent on Quantum Web Cafe to help with all their computer needs. But with this day and age, you know, with COVID, you know, it's going to be difficult to get gaming parties. It's going to be difficult to get gaming parties. It's going to be difficult to get people in to stay long periods. People can afford a printer now. People can afford a computer. Why bother coming to an internet cafe? You know, some ways I regret buying the cafe. Some ways I don't regret buying it. But, you know, in some ways, again, I regret not staying. I regret not staying. Sometimes I don't regret staying. This place, this building, needs a lot of maintenance done to it. Look, so we can see here, you know, look at the skylight. The skylight needs replacing. The landlord is going to do that. You know, you can see here from the water ingress, from the skylight. You know, like here, this needs to be repainted again. I've repainted it before. This is the flooring. You can see it's starting to come apart here and here. The electrical wiring, or the wiring in this place is bloody awful. This place, you know, you can see these desks here, they're starting to fall a bit. We'll go back downstairs one more time. Look, you can see here that's the stairs are falling to bits. You know, look, it's not just grime. You can see it's cracked along here. You know, you can see a nice big crack along this wall here. Goes all the way down to the edge. Where else it's falling up, the flooring is falling to bits. I don't know how old this flooring is, it's at least 20 years old. As you can see here, the flooring is cracking there, it's coming apart down here. There's flooring coming apart down here. There is rail is falling apart. You know, look, the cafe was on its last legs before I took it over. And really, I realised soon after I took over the place, that this cafe needed to die. It really did. It's, you can even see there, like the cupboards are falling apart, and like the Mega Zap. When I took over the place, the Mega Zap there, I had to put that in, and the Mega Zap, the fly swatter, it didn't work properly. It didn't work. It was only half working, like it is now. You know, like if I was keeping the cafe, yep, I would have bought a new Mega Zap. But previously, before I took over the cafe, this was on a separate switch, and you would have to, when you turn off the lights at night, the fly zapper would go off. When you turn it on in the morning, it would come back on again. So at night, half a day, you had the fly zap, and half a night, you had, well, half a day, well, during the day, you had the fly zap. During the night, no fly zap. The oven door is stuck. It's not stuck. You can just have to re-sync it. You can see the bottom there, the bottom oven. You can see that the door isn't quite closed. It's, yeah, let's say it that way. There was electrical issues as well during the place. Like, for example, Jason and Steve had wired a live electrical junction box underneath the kitchen sink. Who fuck does that? This is the flooring here. It actually seems quite sturdy. It's like they put flooring over flooring. This was the trapdoor to the basement. You can see more of the flooring here. It's coming up. This is the cable. You can see the cabling in here. That was Jason and Steve, all that tape. The boxes are mine. That's going to be all the recycled. It's all for recycling. We used to have here the meat fridge, and then we used to have 2 freezers here. The basement, well, that's the trapdoor to the basement. You may go into there. Then here used to be dishwasher. And what else did we have here? I don't know actually. We had dishwasher. That was the cupboard. Don't know. Oh well, it's not important. And we had no way, there was no handle for the trapdoor, which I can sort of understand. So we have to use something completely different to do with this. If I can find it. Yep, found it. So this is what we'd use to open up the trapdoor. Typical. So we slide it underneath, lift it up, and yep, that's how the trapdoor was, right in the way of everything. There's a vacuum there. This place, before I took it over, you could not walk in here. It was that bad. Absolutely horrendous. You could not walk. This was all full of junk. Some computers here. One on the left is the print server, and the one on the right is the screen computer. Don't know if they just didn't combine them both, to be honest, but hey, I don't know. When the lights doesn't work anymore, I assume the mice have got into it and eaten it. This place was full of bacon fat and grease and everything. It was foul, it was disgusting. You could not walk down here. Now you can walk. It's not bad at all. It's much, much better. And there's stuff here from when it was the patisserie. So look at these tables here. Délices de France. Okay, so this is what Quantum Cafe was, a French patisserie. I found it's like a shower door as well down here. There's another table. These boxes here, they're going to go to, they're going to go out to, what is it? They're going to go, yeah, I'm going to use these to send the chairs back and stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah, and there was loads, I can't remember if I said, there used to be all the way down here on the bottom and on the middle shelving. All along here and along there, there used to be bottles or cartons, containers of bacon fat. Yep, bacon fat. There was 20, 30 times 5 litres of this stuff. Yep. Just bacon fat, never disposed of, just sitting there, and the mice were having a buffet. And you see this grating over there? That's where the mice would come in and have their buffet. Yeah, that's where the mice would come in. They'd have a nest here. There was cans, there was rubbish. There was an old telephone box there that Jason never got rid of. Just like here. This is some of the stuff here that he left for me to sort out. Yeah, crazy. I could have used these tables actually, doesn't matter. But these here, looks like these tables were, Jason had reused these tables. Jason and Steve had reused the tables, at least to France, because his legs look very similar to the old tables that I had, but with different worktops on them. Yeah, well, look, this video is 30 minutes long. I think it's time to call it a day and open up the cafe. So, as I said, I will miss this place a lot. I'm hoping to find somewhere new to reopen. I'd like to open up on Friar Street, but they want too much money. They want 60 grand a year for that shop. You know, it's better location. It's absolutely a better location. It's a better layout. It's the same size as here, but one floor. Watch your feet when you drop this. Whatever flooring they have used here, it's pretty good. It's pretty thick. It has lasted well, in fairness, over the years. This looks like the original flooring that they put over. This bit of flooring is pretty bad. And this is wood that I put up during the lockdown to stop my windows being smashed in. I had kids come by and smash one of my windows during the lockdown. So this window here, it was already broken, but then and the kids decided to break it even worse, and yeah, so I decided to border all the windows up to prevent any more incidents during the lockdown. This one here, this was screwed in so tight in the end, I didn't unscrew it, and I was like, well, look, I'd rather leave it on, and that way it protects the window again. So, because I'm sure I have another kids coming along and smashing the window. Some signs I put up there saying cafe, food and drink, print, game, scan. This is another message on the TV. So, I think this is it. I'm sad, as I said one last time, sad to see the place go. I think it's better off to go, you know, to this location on Friar Street if I ever get it, which I doubt, because they want 60 grand. It's not worth 60 grand, maybe half that, but definitely not 60 grand. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Bye.